A 35-year-old Asian woman was brutally stabbed to death after being followed home early this morning in Chinatown, New York. The unidentified Asian woman, because police are trying to get a hold of her family first, was entering her apartment located on 111 Christie Street at around 4:30 a.m. when this man sneaks in right behind her without her knowledge. He grabs the front door of the apartment just before it closes, sneaking into the building. He follows her up the stairs to a 6th-floor apartment where he stays about a floor behind her so that she doesn't notice, and with her front door just before it closes, he forces himself in. She cried for help, and one of her neighbors across the hallway called 911. 2 officers that were nearby at the time even tried to break into her apartment while she was still screaming, trying to even use a sledgehammer, and unsuccessfully were not able to get into her home. Those officers actually had to wait for NYPD's emergency services unit to come bust down her door. At that point, the victim had already been stabbed multiple times, and the killer tried to escape through the fire escape, but then quickly ran back into the apartment when he realized that the police were already there. After breaking down the door, the NYPD found the killer hiding under the bed. The killer is a homeless man with 3 current open cases, one of which is a 3rd-degree assault, which is not eligible for bail. However, he was still released from jail without having to pay any bail. Not only did he physically assault another woman in May of last year, but he has a history of trying to escape police custody, and they let him out. And surprise, he didn't show up for his court date. If the justice system didn't fail, then this murder wouldn't have happened this morning. The only other information other than her age that has been released about the victim is that she is a digital producer who is originally from New Jersey, and she had just moved into the apartment building just a year ago. Once more information comes out on the victim, I'll make sure to do a follow-up video. Otherwise, please stay safe. This is Christina Yuna Lee. She is the 35-year-old Korean-American woman who was brutally stabbed to death in her New York City apartment early yesterday morning. The details from yesterday morning are linked in this video. This video is about Christina's life. Born in 1986, Christina was a creative who had a passion for art. She even attended Rutgers University and graduated with a BA in art history. Upon graduating from Rutgers, Christina used her art degree to start off in the art gallery world, where she started off in an entry-level position greeting patrons and doing inventory. Starting in that entry-level position, within 3 short years, Christina became the director of Eli Klein Gallery and was running the whole gallery, and she was representing some of China's top contemporary artists like Liu Bolin here. And it was in this role running an art gallery that she started producing photo shoots and other collaborative projects for the artists that she represented. And in these shoots and projects, she got to collaborate with other artists like JR, Bon Jovi, Kenny Scharf, even Harper's Bazaar magazine, and TED. And it was in this role that she realized that she had a passion for producing shoots because she was able to step outside of the support role and directly use her creativity to impact a project. Christina leaves the art gallery world at the end of 2014 to start pursuing her newfound passion. For the next 2 years, she does freelance production work, working with clients like Google, Smirnoff, Comic-Con, until 2016 when she lands a permanent position as a producer at Tom's. Most recently, she was a senior creative producer at Splice in New York City. Here is some of Christina's work. She was a champion for inclusion and diversity, and all of her campaigns were very diverse. She was an advocate who fought for representation, and you can just see how beautiful her soul was just from her work. Christina didn't deserve this. And because the justice system can't do their job, we lost yet another person who is trying to make the world better. Rest in peace, Christina Yuna Lee.